on board with our story live session today. As we've done in the past few weeks, I'm going to be reading a story to you which is related to growth mindset. And if you are watching live, if you want to comment during any part of the story, please do, and I'll try and give you a shout out. But also I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, so if you want to respond to those in the comments box, we will come back to them and have a look at some of those comments that you've said and suggested as well. So please get involved, because I love to see what you're thinking. I love to hear about what you're doing at home, and I hope you really enjoy today's story. There is going to be an activity that you can download from our website after as well, which will follow on from the activity, something to get you really thinking and in line with what the story is all about. And today's story is one that I only came across in the past couple of weeks, just getting prepared for this session. It's not one I've used a lot of, but I really liked it as soon as I read it. And it's called No Excuses. And this book is by Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. Now, unfortunately, my little screen's not working today, so we're going to have to put up with the half and half, but we can muddle through. We can do this. And I will read the story to you anyway. So you will be able to see the slides like you normally do, but they'll just be in the half of the screen. So get ready, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, get ready to type in the comments, and let's get cracking with our story. So like I said, it's called No Excuses, How What You Say Can Get in Your Way. And like I said, it's by Dr. Wayne W. Dyer with his friend Christina Tracy on board as well. So let's find out what this book is all about. Ever since I was born, I loved sea turtles. I drove my family crazy. Everyone wondered why I loved sea turtles so much when I lived on a farm. So first question that I want to know your answer to is, what do you love more than anything else in the world? Have you got something that you're passionate about, like this boy in this story of sea turtles? Is it a zoo animal? Is it a farm animal? Or is it something else completely? Get typing in the comments box and we'll have a look at what some of your ideas are in a minute. They asked, why not cows? Why not pigs? Why not chickens? All these animals are great, but it was the sea turtles that I loved, and I was determined to see a real live one. So here I am on my first trip to the city aquarium. Boy, did I learn a lot that day. Not only did I see my first live sea turtle, but I found out that they're actually an endangered species. They need our help if they're going to survive. I decided right then and there to devote my life to sea turtles. I met the perfect person to help me, Dr. Tortuga. Dr. Tortuga is a scientist, a marine biologist. She's an expert on sea turtles, and her job is to study and protect them. I wanted to be just like her. I started visiting her whenever I could, and I was really excited. So here's my second question for you. Bit similar to the first one, so if you've not had a chance to answer yet, don't worry. But what gets you excited? What is your passion? What is it that maybe you want to be when you grow up? Or who do you look at and think, wow, I want to be just like them? So the boy in our story is fascinated by Dr. Tortuga, the marine biologist. Who gets you excited? Is it somebody at school? Is it your teacher? Is it somebody in your house? Or is it somebody on TV that you like to watch lots and lots? So again, in the comments box, just show me what your ideas are, and I'll take a quick little squiz now and see if we've got any comments in there. So people on TV, and that people are enjoying to see, and also people saying that they love animals as well, which is lovely. So let's get back to our story. I told everyone that I was going to be a marine biologist and save the sea turtles. My teacher said, wow, you've got to be pretty smart to do that. Science doesn't really seem like your best subject. The lady at the shoe store said, that'll take you a long time. Are you sure you want to study that much? And Mum told me, you know, We might not have the money to send you to college. If this is something you want, you may need to do it on your own. Reasons not to become a marine biologist. Grandpa even said, "We are a family of farmers and that is what we've always been. Your dad would be very disappointed." Soon, I started thinking that becoming a marine biologist wasn't such a good idea. I sat down and made a list of reasons not to become a marine biologist. I'm not smart enough. It'll take a long time. It's too hard. My family will be disappointed and it's going to cost too much. I went to visit Dr. Tortuga in the aquarium. I told her that I won't be coming anymore and I showed her my list. Anyone else had that before, where you have these thoughts in your head about you not being good enough at something or something's too hard? What sorts of things have those been? Has it been when you've been doing some home learning at school? Or has it been when you've talked about a dream like the boy in our story and actually realised this is out of your reach? Is it when you thought to yourself, I'm not clever enough to do that, or I haven't got the money to do that? Have a think, type in our comments box and we will take a look to see what's going on in a bit. Okay, back to our story. Well, she said, this is nothing but a list of excuses. Excuses are just words that stop you from doing what you want, being what you want, and having what you want. For example, you want to be a marine biologist. You've heard lots of opinions from people, and now you feel like there are things standing in your way of your goal. When you find yourself with a list of excuses like this, it's time to ask yourself some important questions. I wonder what they will be. Why am I making the excuse? People often make excuses for all kinds of things. Excuses give us a reason not to do things that seem hard or scary. Making excuses can cause you to miss out on a lot of life. Number 2, where did the excuse come from? You might want to blame excuses on your parents, teachers, and your friends, but no matter what anyone else says, there's only one person an excuse comes from, and that is you. Why? Because only you can choose to use the excuse or not. And number 3, is the excuse true? When you say something like, it's too hard to become a marine biologist, or my family will be disappointed, do you know if these things are true? Are you 100% sure that it will be hard, that people will be disappointed? Of course you don't. The only way you will know is to do it and find out for yourself. He then asks a question. So, how can I get rid of excuses? Now you know where excuses come from, why you make them, and how to find out if they're true. This way you can spot an excuse the minute it comes up and use what you've learned to stop the excuse in its tracks. Now this week I want you to put on your excuse glasses and your excuse ears and see if you hear either a member of your family or even yourself making an excuse for why you can't do something, whether that be a piece of home learning, whether that be tidying up your bedroom or tidying the kitchen or doing a job to help around the house. Or is there someone in your house that also makes an excuse for something? Listen out for those excuses. I wonder how many are made in your household every week. It's up to you. No more excuses. Excuses, be gone. Go for it. To make or not make excuses is a choice you have every single day. Now, here's another choice. You can throw away the list and make a promise to yourself that you will not let excuses get in your way. Without excuses, you're free to be anything you want to be. When I went to bed that night, I thought of everything Dr. Tortuga had said, and as I slept, I dreamt I was swimming with the giant sea turtle. A whole school of baby turtles swam by me, and I was surrounded by all the beautiful creatures of the sea. It was the best feeling ever. When I woke up, I knew that being a marine biologist was the one thing I wanted to do more than anything in the world, and that I would not let excuses get in the way. So I got up and I made a new list. No more excuses. I wrote, I am smart. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I'll find a way to pay for college. I'm not afraid to take a chance. I kept this list and I read it every single day. When I was doing my homework and taking tests, I told myself I am smart, and I believed it. When I was working in the snack bar cleaning windows and caring for dolphins to earn money for college, I reminded myself that I was doing this to make my dream come true. Here's a picture of me on the day I left for college. I was so proud of myself when I got on that train. Now, I'm grown up and I work with sea turtles in Hawaii. I'm sure glad I did not let a bunch of excuses stand in my way. Okay, so our story has come to an end, our no excuses story. And I hope you enjoyed it because, like I say, it was one that I have not come across before. But I thought it was a really good way of looking at sometimes how we put our excuses in our way and it holds us back from doing things. And sometimes those excuses can come from other people as well and make us doubt ourselves. But they're, like they said in the story, just opinions. So coming up with a plan of how you can achieve your goals is a really great idea. Now, I came across this rap as I was doing a little bit of research last week, and I thought it's really, really true, because part of the story was about, first of all, believing that you can do it, and then it was about action and what you can to achieve whatever it is that you're after. And this rap gives us a really good idea of this. So if you can see the words here in our rap, you're going to get your rapping heads on. I know I've done this in front of my children and they think I'm so not cool, but it doesn't matter. We're going to be a bit silly with this. We like being a bit silly. So we're going to get our rapping heads on, okay? And I'm going to shout out the words of the rap and you just need to repeat them back to me. Now remember, I'm over in Rosendale. It's up in the hills and the connection is not always very good. So I need you to shout really, really loud for me so I can hear you repeating the words back to me, okay? And I'm sure this rap is going to get stuck in your head for the rest of the day because it's sure stuck in mine. So are you ready? Rapping skills at the ready. All right, so it goes. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Should we do it again? Let's try it again. So get your rapping skills going. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to go. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. Awesome. Heard loads of you singing really loud there, even putting the American accent on, just like me. We are totally cool with this story. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to show you with our story, let me just get my PowerPoint back up so I can show you, is the activity. Now, today's activity you can get from our website, and I'll just get rid of that. There we go. You can get from our website, which is www.growyourmindset.co.uk/free resources. And in fact, I will type it into the comments for you right now so you can get your hand on it. And if you go right to the bottom of the page, because it's one of our newest resources. I'm just typing it in there for you now. Grow your mindset by growing free resources. There you go. Go right to the bottom of the page. You will come across a activity which looks a little bit like this. This is my example for you to have a look at. And it's about your dreams and about what you want to try and achieve. So at the top it says, if you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain. So like our story suggested, when he was cleaning the windows and he was doing all these jobs and wasn't really particularly enjoying it, he was doing it because he was desperate to be a marine biologist and needed money for college. So that's what that little sort of saying means there. So the first bit says, what is my dream? So inside mine I put to be a teacher, because I always wanted to be a teacher since about the age of 11. That was what I wanted to do. Maybe you want to be a teacher, maybe you want to be a marine biologist, maybe you want to be a pop star, a footballer, a YouTuber, a game creator, maybe you want to be an accountant, maybe you want to be a bank manager. I don't know. What is your dream? Or maybe it's just a skill that you want to develop. Maybe you want to get better at dancing, maybe you want to get better at handwriting, maybe you want to get better at riding your bike. Okay. And then in the next box, it says, how does my dream make me feel? So imagine that you are doing what's at the top. So for me, being a teacher, it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel inspired. It makes me feel excited and creative. So all those words are really, really positive words, because we want our dream to be a wonderful thing. Okay, so positive words going in there. Next box says, what do I need to do? So a little bit like what the boy did in the story, he came up with his list, didn't he? So these are the things that I need to do if I want to be a teacher. So I'm going to have to work really hard at my studies. I'm going to have to work really hard at school, concentrate as best I can. I might even ask my teacher if I can help her out in class, because that's really good experience for me and shows that I'm really enthusiastic. Okay, maybe you need to practice your skill, or maybe you need to speak to somebody who does your dream about what it's like for them. And then finally, the last one I've put is help look after my little brother, because I think that's going to give me some really good skills as well, looking after children. Okay, and then in the bottom box, it says, what can you say to yourself to keep you motivated? And I've put myself some positive messages in there. So I've popped in, you can do this, I am creative. So a little bit like when the boy wrote on his list, I am smart, I can do this, it doesn't matter how long it takes. So some positive messages there as well. So like I say, this is on our website. You've got the link there to take you straight to it. Right down at the bottom, and it's called the No Excuses sheet, I think. It might be called the Dream sheet, I can't remember now. But it's on there, you can just download it, print it off, and then decorate it and go wild as well. I've even put the little sea turtles to remind us about the story and have some fun with that. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed our story today. Liz will be back next week with her story, so look out for that. We'll be advertising what she's going to be reading over the next day or two, and we look forward to seeing some more of your comments in the next coming days about if you've enjoyed the story. All right, take care, enjoy the sunshine. Bye everybody, bye, see you soon.